Oh my lord, I never wanted really to think about this story in my life, but here we are. I have to tell it because it's actually pretty funny. This is gonna be a smelly, like a really stinky story. And this is like something that I try to forget about every single day, but sometimes I just remember it and then I kind of get traumatized and stuff. But anyways, today's story is about this really stinky, smelly kid at like a convention I've been to when I was younger, like 10 years ago. So anyways, yeah, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get into the story. So this all happened when I was around 14 years old. I was following a particular YouTuber, it was actually a girl, and she was talking a lot about, anime and stuff like that. And I was like really interested in it because, like, I'm a filthy weep, of course. And yeah, I don't know, I really liked her content. And I did notice that her accent is also Dutch, just like mine. So I was wondering, like, maybe she lives close by. Maybe she lives, well, obviously she lives in my country, but maybe I can, like, I don't know, do a meetup sometime because, like, she wasn't that big. So, and like, she also told, us, the viewers, about wanting to meet up soon. So I was like really hyped for it. And yeah, eventually she made a video about going to a meetup or like at least planning one. And I was obviously immediately surprised because turns out that she actually lived in my city and that she actually went to like a school right next to my own high school. So I was like pretty hyped for it. And she wanted to do a meetup in her high school. And mind you, this was all 10 years ago, so I was about like 14, 15 years old back then. And yeah, I already heard a lot of weird stuff about conventions and meetups, that there's always like really weird people there. But I didn't really want to believe this kind of stereotype that was going on. So eventually, I don't know, I just went there. And so I went to like her school. I never been there, but that was like where the meetup was gonna be. And like I got a message on Skype. Like we didn't use Discord back then, we used Skype. So like everyone would sit in like this Skype group together and talk about, I don't know, video games, anime, whatever. So eventually I'm there and I message the Skype group that I arrived, but nobody was there. And eventually, like, I had to wait for about 15 minutes, which kind of pissed me off a little bit because I was like pretty late already, but it was not my fault because like nobody even picked me up. But anyways, that was kind of off topic. Eventually, I saw a dude right next to the door and he was like looking all around him, like he was looking for someone. And I pretty much went up to him and I told him, like, I'm here for the meetup and yeah, let's go. And then he basically took me in and we went into the elevator. Elevator goes up, we go out the hallway, and in one of the classrooms, it was like a pretty big classroom. Like I went there and he followed me, and I was quite curious about the girl because like I never saw her, and back then I was single, so I was like really, looking into that stuff. Maybe she's attractive, maybe she's nice looking. I was kind of like maybe simping just a little bit back then, but I soon realized that she was okay. She looked nice. She wasn't ugly or anything, but I wasn't really that hyped for it anymore because like I was really like attracted to her physically or something. I thought she was just really nice to have as a friend, and I also was kind of freaking out. I was not really fanboying that much because I only knew her for about maybe a couple of months, and she didn't really have a lot of subscribers. I think she had like 10,000 subscribers back then, or like 15,000 subscribers. And last time I checked, now she has 100K. So that's pretty big now. She's pretty big. But anyways, yeah, I went there and it was actually empty. Like I thought there was gonna be more people, but turns out that a lot of people they got even later than me right at the location. So I was like one of the first, and I was kind of like awkward. I started talking a little bit to like another person that was sitting next to me because I was kind of socially awkward. And eventually the classroom was filling up with more and more people. I remember there was this like dude who was like 2 meters tall and 2 meters wide. Like he was just really really tall, and like in imperial numbers that is like I think 6'5" or something. Like he was really really tall, and I'm like 6'1", or maybe he's like even 6'6". I don't know, but anyways, he was really tall. And next to him was like this really kind of awkward Italian dude who like literally traveled all the way from Italy to here just to meet us and just to kind of like hang out a bit. And eventually there were like some other dudes coming to the convention, or I guess you can call it a convention, a meetup, I guess. And yeah, eventually, like a lot of people, they took their Switches with them. They took their like I don't know their Game Boys with them. They were like playing. Some of the people weren't really talking to each other, so some of the people were like really shy and stuff. And I still tried to talk to people because like I didn't really have much to do. And I did see that a lot of people were like really socially awkward. You know how it is. The socially awkward gamers, haha, stereotype and all that. But eventually, like after an hour, we started doing some board games. And it's called The Werewolves of Miller's Hollow. It was like this really nice kind of like, I guess it was kind of like an Among Us kind of game where like there's some werewolves trying to kill some civilians, and there's this witch who had like magical powers. And yeah, basically we were all sitting in a circle and playing the game, and everything was fine. However, after 1 hour, someone else came to the convention. Someone else came to the classroom. And I don't know, man, like you could like I already like thought this was kind of weird for someone to come literally 1 hour late, because I mean, we were already busy, like it was already full house. And so basically the door opened, right, to the classroom, and this greasy kid, like literally like the greasiest, like he was, you could literally see his sweat on his face, and like the grease basically dripping from his face almost. And it was also really fat. And I was like, okay, wait a second, Raj, don't judge, okay, just see who it is, let him come in, everything is fine, right? So eventually this kid just enters, right? And I immediately noticed a horrible smell in the air. Like I was like not happy. I immediately got traumatized by it. It was so disgusting. Like this kid didn't shower for at least 2 months, at least. Like it was horrible, and I couldn't escape, and nobody could escape. I mean, a lot of people there, they were like awkward. They would never say to someone like, you should shower, right? You should go away, you should shower. No, this kid was just the worst. And it just totally ruined my experience. Just totally ruined it, right? Like I was, not really that happy that people didn't really notice me, and I kind of felt invisible in the group. But goddamn, like at least I didn't stink, right? At least I smelled good. And even though like after the meetup, nobody really knew anymore who I was, like I had an umbrella with me, so I was kind of like the umbrella guy. Like, okay, to be honest, it's not really good for your health, for your skin health to shower every single day. But come on, this dude, he didn't shower for like at least a month. And his clothes were just the greasiest ever. He wore like this really ribbly clothes. It was just, and I literally almost fainted. Like I got dizzy and I almost fainted of the smell. I'm already a picky eater, but smells though, like I can't even take this anymore, man. So after the dude entered, I think just 30 minutes have passed, and I thought to myself, I need to get out of here, okay? Like I'm not really interested in this convention anymore. I'm not really that, I'm not really vibing with the people here. I just have to get away from here. But I need a good excuse, because I hate it when a lot of people like look at me if I enter or if I like leave a classroom. So I was like, okay, I have to come up with a really good excuse to leave this prison, of sting, basically, because like I cannot handle it anymore. I just can't. I have to go away. So I noticed that, well, it was vacation, right? It was summer vacation. And I thought to myself, what if I just say that I need to catch a plane today? So yeah, that was basically the idea. I end up saying that I had to catch a plane and I have to go to Spain. And yeah, I was basically gone. I escaped the classroom. Some people said bye. Other ones, they didn't even bat an eye to me. Like they were like way too busy with their video games. I was just gone. And that was it. That was the story. That was how I escaped the horrible stinky kid in the convention. And sometimes I tell this story to like one of my friends or something, and we just always end up laughing. It's just, these conventions, these meetups, there's always one person that just stinks so much that the whole hallway is just full with stink. And every convention has at least some people who just barely shower. Like they shower once every 2 weeks. I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know what it is, but I mean, their parents probably don't even care anymore. I don't know. If I have children later, I will teach them about like the importance of hygiene. Like you can't just be a 100% a gamer. Like you can be a little bit of a gamer, like sometimes not shower once or twice or 3 times, but not like 14 times, like 14 days in a row. But anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story, and comment what you thought of it. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Press one of the videos on the screen right now for more. I'll see you later. Bye.